Direct from Morgantown, West Virginia to Beaver, Pennsylvania, we're in the shadow of the Shell Petrochemical Plant. Ladies and gentlemen, Rico Krzyzewski, Keystone Mountain Lakes Regional Council of Carpenters. And if you think that's a mouthful, take a look at this. Michael Garr, my producer from News Radio 1020 KDK, we're going to be talking sports with me in just a little bit, and you're going to find out why I'm so smart. He's an incredible young man, but this is what he just picked up. We made our order, and yeah, I paid for it, but it's definitely worth it. Little wedding soup, some chili dogs, and yes, these collectible cups that you want to get your hands on. And it's all about this, the future. And this is from 1959, making and brightening days every day since then. It's good stuff. Now, before we tell you about why he's here, I want to talk about this event that I've been talking a lot about. It's Shell Insight. You can really be a part of this and find out what energy is all about, what the Shell Petrochemical Plant is all about. Sean Spicer, recent White House press secretary, is going to be there, and leading CEOs from Peoples, Chevron, Exxon subsidiary XTO, among others. And you know, we're really within a stone's throw also of the new Columbia Gas training site. Their president, Mr. Kempick, good guy, so excited about the future there as well. To learn more, shellinsight.com. And as you were making your way from Morgantown, you came across the Shipping Port Bridge. A lot of heavy construction workers out there. They've been doing a lot of work for a long time, but the growth is incredible, Mr. Krzyzewski, and the future is even better.
It's fantastic. There's nothing better than to see that much activity going on. In the last 40 years, I haven't seen this much activity and this much construction ever. And it's really neat. I mean, you and I were talking about opportunity for young people. You know, the ripple effect of this work that's going to happen is something that I don't even think we can imagine at this point. I'm sure that somebody's got the big picture. They know exactly what kind of industries are going to come in, and we do know that it's going to be residual work from the refining of the wet gas. But it's going to be fantastic for the entire region.
Do me a favor, explain to the audience why I'm a big proponent of the oil companies and obviously this natural gas situation, nuclear energy as far as first energy, why all of this matters when it comes to people and paychecks. You can't even put a number on the amount of people that are employed directly or indirectly because of some of the people I just mentioned.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you think about that, everything is supported, no matter what it is. You know, you're talking about some work you need to have done on your vehicle here.
Right.
And you know, anybody that's working anywhere is buying a vehicle. They're buying a home. They're buying things to put in that home, between the washing machines and the furniture. And people are using the healthcare facilities in our region here. You know, up here at Beaver Medical.
Yep.
And they're using the Brighton hot dog shop that we're in tonight. And all those things are just ripple effects of somebody working somewhere else. And we need to respect that in our industry today. You know, you and I were just reminiscing on how old we're starting to get and where we're at. I mean, you look a lot younger than I do, but...
Cosmetic surgery. I'm very close to the people here at Heritage Valley. I stop up for a little nip and tuck every once in a while. I'm kind of like that 15-minute oil change. They put me on a rack and slice and dice and I'm up and running. Yeah, right. Hey, go ahead.
Stuff. But it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. And listen, New Brighton, Beaver Falls, Rochester, Vanport, Chippewa, Marshall Township, Moon Township, Elwood City, Green Tree, Butler, and Salem, Ohio. I love the Papa family. And one thing that they do now, they don't serve breakfast at all locations, but you can go to bhds59.com. Construction workers like to eat. And you remember those days when we could eat and not worry about the waistline. We are so blessed to be just thinking of 6,000 coming here for 4 years because of the great trades. But right now you told me there's just under 1,000 trade workers, many of them carpenters, close to 250 I think, that are already on site. And that's generating a lot of revenue.
Oh, big time. You know, I gave a call today on my way out because I knew you were going to ask me what do we think about how many people we have down there. I didn't want to take a guess. There's around 840, and out of that 840, about 240 of them are carpenters. It's made up of plumbers, steam fitters, iron workers, laborers. You know, they're down there working. You know, there's going to be other multiple trades in there as time goes by. I'm sure there's some electricians down there getting some things going. But at some point, somewhere at the peak of the construction part of the plant, is going to be somewhere around 6,000 people are going to be employed there. So pretty much 6 times more that's already there will be down there working. So that's one heck of an opportunity for people in our region.
All right, let's talk about actually training to become a carpenter. How long before you actually get a tool belt and go to work. What's the process? What is
Well,
it?
it's quick. It's quick. If you get accepted into the apprenticeship program, we put you through what's called a pre-job, and in that pre-job, you are evaluated for the final time. We make sure that you get there on time every day. We make sure that you have the manual dexterity to be able to do the things that you do. You're already accepted into the program, but
Right.
we just make sure you bring the game to the game, you know? And we give you an OSHA class to be sure we set you on the right foot of being safe. We push the issue of safety when working with your tools.
Mm-hmm.
And after that first week of pre-job, you're then put on what we call an out-of-work list. At that point, your name is on a list, and it goes to our representatives, and our contractors make calls for people, and we try to get those guys out to work. So within 1 week of being accepted into the apprenticeship program, you have an opportunity to strap your tools on and go to work. And you work for a given number of hours. What basically happens, just to make it short and sweet, is you go to the training center for 4 weeks a year.
Right.
That's approximately once every 3 months. In between, if work is out there, you work. So you have to accumulate 1,300 hours of work. That averages around 9 months.
Right.
That's what gets you through 1 year of apprenticeship. And you do that for 4 years,
Mhm.
and then you become a journeyman carpenter. So you can be making money immediately. And what else? What's better? You know, to be getting trained at a state of the art training center like we have.
Second it out.
And we love it. And I also want to support the other trades. You know, we support and work with each other, and the other trades have excellent training centers, and they have very similar type programs where these young people come in and then go to work. And there's a lot of draw for that within the last couple of years, and we've increased. Guys like me are moving on. We're starting to retire. We've increased the amount of apprentices we're taking into the program.
All right. I also saw on the website, and by the way, their whole motto is 5 states, 1 region, much bigger than just Pennsylvania. As I said, he was in West Virginia earlier today. But carpenters are needed now for post-Irma work as far as the hurricane. And they can go to your website to find out more about that. And also, there is information on there about getting jobs at the Shell Petrochemical plant. But that was a tragedy, and the good news is there are great people like Duquesne Lightworkers are already down there. I know volunteers from Davy Tree are down there locally, and I do know that you guys are going to be sending some carpenters too, right?
Yeah, we rally around. You know, we have a country that seems to be at odds with each other once in a while.
Right.
But when a need arises and people need help, typically our country rallies around and gets down there to do those things and help these regions out that have been devastated. You look at what happened in Texas, now what happened in Florida. You know, it's spooky. We're blessed to not have had to deal with that, but those people down there need some help and to get back on their feet.
Also up and coming at St. Mary's in downtown Pittsburgh, Bishop David Zubik, our Honorable Bishop. We are both very proud to be part of the Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh. My daughter Eva goes to Quigley Catholic. My son graduated from there. He's now at Penn State Beaver on a 4-year, hopefully successful run of getting a degree in cybersecurity. They're going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Jubilee Mass for Quigley coming up on the 23rd, and he is going to be the man that will be up on the altar, and very proud to say that. Why? Because he actually taught at Quigley one time. So I thought I'd take a little time to talk
That's
about
awesome.
our friend,
Very nice.
David Zubik. All right, stay with us because another friend, you see, he's like 24. He can eat like 6 or 7 of these. We're just going to sit and watch him eat them.
There you go.
All right, we'll come back. Michael Gar joins me in just a couple of moments to talk sports. Stay with us. We're the Brighton Hot Dog Shop in Beaver.